Hello everyone. I'll be showing you guys how to add signature to your Roundcube email account. Yeah, it is pretty easy and I'm sure you guys will catch the gist very quickly. All right, on the top corner here, you can see settings, top right corner. Yeah, if you click settings, good. Uh, to the left, this left pane, like a left sidebar, you click on identities. Good. That's your identity over there. This is what displays when you send an email to somebody. This is what they see: test.training at your company or your domain. You know, uh, you don't want this. For me, I don't think this looks very professional because you guys are setting up an working with your office email. So you want your name to appear instead of your email address. So we are going to set up your identity where we are also going to set up your signature. So click on identity. Good. And that form is out. So you want to add your display name, what actually displays when you send someone an email. So in this case, I'm going to say my first name. Yeah, okay. Okay, is already there. I just click on this. Good. This is what we do at Digital Citizens in our organization. This is what we do. We use first name, your initial. We use just a single letter, from all your initials. We use just a single letter, then your last name, and it's not all uppercase. It's not. It's title case. Yeah. So this is how we do it. So I think it's up to you guys to choose your style. This is our style. This is how we do ours. This is how everybody's signature is, at our own company. So you put the name of your organization here, whatever. I think it's going to appear. Okay, I've already put something there before. So you guys can just type. So this is just a pseudonym. Sharks and whales, barristers and solicitors. We're dealing with a law firm here, so that's why we're using barristers and solicitors. You guys just put the name of your organization there. Reply to. When someone sends you an email, do you want them to reply to a different email address? You put that there, but I don't know. I don't think you guys want to do that. If you send someone an email, let them reply to your email address. That is here, BCC, blind carbon copy. Um, you don't have to put anything there also. If you're sending an email or when composing an email, you can choose which email address you want to add to the list of blind carbon copies. That's your BCC list. Okay. Now this box here simply means if you want to use, this is your identity. So it's I think you should set this by default. The reason is maybe you have more than one identity. So you choose which one is the default one. So this is your identity by default. Now, this is the reason why we are here to set up signature for this account. So this is where you do that. This is your editor, but we need formatting options. We need to format whatever we are setting. We need to change colors, make some part of the signature bold, maybe underline some, italicize some, and I don't have all of those options here. I can't see any. So what we're going to do is say HTML signature. HTML, good. So it takes us to the HTML editor and we can now start typing. So I'm going to use our style. This is how we set up, for all our stuff. The reason why we use same style for everybody is that when you join our company, before your email address is even given to you, before you even know that you have a company email address, all of these have been set up for you. So by the time the email address is handed over to you, you can now change your password. So I think you guys may want to adopt that style. So this is how we do ours. Now on this part, if you remember top here, it is it's not all uppercase, but down here what we'll do, the name is it's uppercase all through. So first name again, then your initial and last name there. Then our style is your position. Let's say you're the chief legal officer. Good. At the name of your organization, Sharks and Whales, Barristers and Solicitors. Okay. Yeah. So this is just a pseudonym just for the purpose of training. Then you can decide if you want to add something else, maybe the city where you guys are, or the states, name of the country. It's your choice. But for us, we don't add all of that. The next thing we want to add is your phone number. So you decide how you want it. Usually we use just a T. Your style, you could use anything, maybe tel or telephone, anything. So let's just stick with tel for now. +1 777 888 999. That's just for the purpose of training. Then we also have a website on our own. It's your choice, but I don't think we use what we use is URL. I think URL website or something, but I'm talking about website. So you can add your website and just say, for instance, https sharks and whales abc. Let's just assume that that is it. Okay. So if you want to say make this bold, for instance, you can come here and say bold. Sorry, you select it and say bold. If you want to italicize the others, is your choice. Yeah, it's your choice if you need that. But I'm not going to do that. I don't think I like that style. I just keep it straight. So maybe we want these ones black. This is the name really dark. The others make them another shade of black. So maybe we'll be using something like this. Okay, good. So this is all we have here. If you want to change the color or something, you can add, text color, say red or purple or something, whatever you want to use. But I'll keep this simple, just make it black. Um, then also, if you want to change the font family, yeah, you can change your font style here. Say you want the name to be Arial Black or something. It's a choice. So for now, I'll just use Helvetica. I like that font. Um, good. So maybe I want to make the name a bit bigger than the other, say 12, or 11, or even 10, and keep the others at 9. All right, so that's it. But there's something I don't like here, the space, between the lines. I don't like that space. So if you like it, you leave it that way. But if you don't, I'll show you how to get rid of the space there. Now let's get rid of the space. So how we do that is this. Where you have HTML signature, just uncheck this. Uncheck. Yeah, it's telling you that if you switch, you're going to lose the formatting. So we'll say okay, good. It takes us to the plain text editor. So what I'm going to do, I'll cover up that space, cover up the space. Good. I'll leave the space between the company name and the telephone number, but cover up the space here. Yeah, between the telephone number and the website. Good. I like it this way. But I still need to make the name bold. So to achieve that, I have to click on HTML signature. Yeah, again, good. So yeah, we've removed the spaces between the lines. So I'll go back to this, and if you see, it has changed the font style, the font family to monospace. Monospace. So I think I like monospace. It's also cool. I'll go back to the name and make it bold and change it from 9 to 10. Good. And let me see if I lost the color here. Then I can select everything here and good, give it that color that we gave it before. All right, that is it. So we have set up our signature. This is pretty easy to do. You save. Good, it saves successfully. That is it. Now you see your identity. That's your name. That's the way it appears when you send someone a message. But we are not stopping here. So we'll go back to this left bar and click on preferences. Yeah, on preferences, we'll click on composing messages, because that's where your signature is going to appear where you are composing an email. That's where you have your signature. So we are going to say compose HTML messages. I'll keep this at always compose HTML messages. It doesn't necessarily mean that when you're sending an email to somebody, you must know how to write, in HTML. You don't have to understand HTML. on the compose page, even though it is HTML ready, you could just type plain text. It still works fine. But because we designed our signature using the HTML editor, we want our signature to always maintain that HTML formatting. So we'll say always keep this at HTML all the time. So you could also play around with all of these options. It's your choice. But what we are concerned about is the signature for now. So let's go to the basic signature side, signature options. So automatically add signature. Whenever you're composing a message, automatically add signature will say yes, always add my signature always. Now place signature below quoted message. It's your choice however you want it. If you're replying to someone's email, um it adds the email that you're replying to. It appends it to the message that you're sending. So how do you want your signature to appear? Is it above the appended message, that's the message you're replying to, or it should appear below the appended message? Is your choice. If you want it above, you leave it. If you want it below, you check the box. Place signature below the quoted message. Yeah, you check the box. Then when replying, remove original signature from message. Is your choice, but I think that's how we have our own. If you send someone a message, for instance, it goes with your signature, the person replies you, the original message you sent to the person is appended to the person's reply. Now you're replying the person a second. You're replying the person now. You sent a message previously. The person replied. Now you're replying the person. Now remember that your original message had a signature that went with it. This other reply that you're making now will also go with another signature. So you choose if you want to keep both signatures or maintain just one. So what we do as digital citizens is that we maintain just one. It's your choice. You can choose to have both of them. After all, one went with a previous message, so we'll maintain one. It removes the original one and it puts a new one. So you could leave this for standard separator in image. Let this separator be there all the time. It looks beautiful on it. Okay, that's it basically. By the time you've done this, just you say save. Now after you've done that, let's see what we have done. If it looks good, we go back to mail. You click on mail. It takes you back to your mail. Then we say compose. Good. That's our signature there by default. So because we said, or we checked the box that said always compose HTML. See, we're seeing HTML here. The editor type is HTML, is there by default. So but you can change that if you want it plain text. Yeah, we'll lose formatting. Okay, good. This is how you have it. It's now playing like this. So I want us to understand something. If you configure your email, this is your work mail, on your mobile device, and most times when you're sending an email, with your mobile device, this is how the signature is. It's plain because the mobile device, you know it's you lose the formatting, the HTML formatting. Different mobile devices and there are different ways that they were configured. If the mobile device can retain your HTML formatting, good and fine. But if it doesn't, be rest assured that your signature is also going with your email, but just like this it's plain without any formatting. All right, so I'll take it back to HTML. So that is how you set up signature on your Roundcube account. So I think this is pretty easy and you guys can do it yourself. All right.